free edition of the Peep Show. I'm Rachel Young. I had to tell you what happened coming out of the grocery store today. I was coming from the gym and realized that I had to stop by the grocery store because my refrigerator still is broken and won't be fixed until Friday. So I knew I needed to get some dry ice because, of course, right when the fridge went on the fritz, I had gone grocery shopping. And so I need to go by the grocery store and get some dry ice to keep everything cold. Well, I'm coming out of the grocery store, and there's this woman standing by a car doing one of these. And she's visibly pissed, right? And didn't concern me, so I just kind of kept walking. And the woman right behind me coming out of the grocery store with her daughter goes up to the car that this angry woman is standing next to. And the angry woman says, "Ma'am, is this your car?" And the lady says yes. And the angry lady goes, "Did you know that your dog is almost dead?" And the other lady's like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's like 100 degrees outside, and it's like 150 degrees inside your car, and you didn't have any water, and you didn't crack the windows, and blah, 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 blah." And she gets in this lady's face, right? This lady's completely blindsided coming out of the grocery store by this woman. At this point, I'm realizing this conversation has absolutely nothing to do with me, and I get the hell out of there. I didn't even hear the rest of it. All I know is that from my rear view mirror, I see that these two women have gotten into a screaming match over the car and the dog. The owner saying the dog is fine, and the pissed off lady saying, obviously, the dog is not. Now, the reason that this is noteworthy is that there are 3 irrefutable big cheese marketing laws of negotiation. And if these ladies had known this, the conversation may have turned out differently. I can totally see both sides of the story. Let me just get that straight. Number one, I can see why the one lady would be pissed because it's an animal that it really was 150 degrees in the car. I know because I had to get in the car and I'd left my windows up. But at the same time, this other lady was blindsided by the angry woman and therefore felt like she had to defend herself. So, big cheese irrefutable law of negotiation number 1. If you know that you are going to have to discuss anything with anyone, do it with your guard down. This lady was so incensed at the injustice that she perceived was going on that she automatically flew hot. That was her first reaction. Knee-jerk reaction, hair trigger reaction, whatever you want to call it, but she flew hot. And she was going to take it out on whoever was the owner of the dog. So, number 1, you got to bring the guard down. Nobody is going to want to interact with you if you go into negotiations like this. It's hard to get to you. Irrefutable law of negotiation number 2 involves the other lady. If someone comes at you defensively with their guard up, the first thing you don't do is get defensive back with them. One of the first and easiest ways to diffuse a situation is to stay calm. As a matter of fact, she should have just said nothing. If it was me, right? I mean, I've been married for a while. I'm the oldest of 4 kids. I've got 3 kids of my own. Trust me, I've had my share of arguments. I'm also a bit of a pit bull, to be honest with you, and I am just the most stubborn person I know. So I know arguing. And I know the quickest way to get out of an argument you don't want to be in is to not give them any ammunition. It's just to shut up. Don't say anything. If you're going to say anything at all, like this lady yesterday, for example, one of the first and easiest things she could have done is simply thank the lady for her concern and make certain that it won't happen again. You know, thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'll make sure that in the future I leave the windows down and leave some water for my dog, or maybe just leave him at home. And the conversation would have been over. But instead, they get into this screaming match. The lady's daughter is standing right there. She couldn't have been more than like 11 or 12 years old. And, you know, the words and everything are flinging back and forth between the two of them. And it was just a horrible situation. So the first thing is to bring your guard down. The second thing, a soft answer turneth away wrath. Didn't mean to quote the Bible on you guys, but I mean, that is just one of the basic principles in negotiation. Don't give them more ammunition. So you've got the first two irrefutable laws of negotiation according to Big Cheese right there. If you want to know the third, you've got to be in the Gentleman's Club, because this week's video for the Gentleman's Club, this actual week's video for the Peep Show, is on the third irrefutable law of negotiation. Miss this one and you get nothing from nobody. So if you aren't a member of the Gentleman's Club, go over to BigCheeseMarketing.com and click on Join the Gentleman's Club. If you are, as always, you can log in using your username and password that you set up. Forgot your password? Don't worry about it. We'll send you another one. We love seeing you, love hearing from you, and as always, I'm always listening and look forward to hearing of your successes.